Morning everyone, we are back in Universal Studios today. We say goodbye to Disney for the time being, and this time we're actually going to Universal Studios, not Islands of Adventure, because there's a few rides that we want to check out there. However, we're not going to stick here all day. We're going to stay till probably around lunchtime, maybe very early afternoon, because after that, what are we up to, Stephen?
We are checking into Stella Nova for the night, because tomorrow we are at Epic Universe for the day, which we're very excited about.
Very much so.
And also as well, we are going to Grand Helios tonight for drinks and some food. So that will be fun. But I have to just flip the camera around because we've just got to the archways and it is looking extra special as it always does. Just look at that, people. We have arrived. And it's going to be so weird because next week when we're here we'll be doing this but for Halloween Horror Nights as well, which we also have fast passes to, which I'm very excited about because if you know from seeing TikTok and everything else, the queues are just excessive. So what are you looking forward to today? What's the one ride that's going to get your blood going?
Escape from Gringotts, I think.
Okay.
Or the Mummy, maybe. I don't know yet. Both of them, probably. But what I do know is going to get my blood boiling today is the fact it's likely to be 34 degrees and the humidity is already rising. So, time check, it's literally 8 AM and I'm already feeling a little bit hot and sweaty.
And very oddly this morning, both Universal and Islands of Adventure are open at the same time. So, Islands had early park admission at 8, but Universal, where we are now, is just opened at 8 as well. So very, very strange. That doesn't normally happen, but we are literally just gonna scan ourselves in, walk through those gates, and
on our first ride.
Oh my god, I'm so excited about today. Right, we are through the gates. We have just had our photo taken, so here's hoping that they actually come through to the app, because our ones with blue the other day didn't, and that they're half decent. If either of those are correct statements, I will pop them in now. But I have to admit, we're just walking down what I'm calling Universal Main Street. It's probably Universal Boulevard actually, and you can see all of like their Halloween Horror Night props out, so it's really making me feel excited for that. Luke is just checking the app to see what the wait times are at the moment, whether or not Gringotts is open or whether or not we're just going to go and hit up the Mummy first. But I have to admit, it's... What's that?
Escape from Gringotts is delayed.
Escape from Gringotts is delayed, so we're going to head over to Mummy. But I have to admit, it's so nice being in here with not as many crowds like you normally get for early park admission. But guys, there is something so sad about the skyline at the moment. And again, it's old news, and you've probably all seen it all on TikTok and everything else and all the news articles, but I just have to show you this. They are literally ripping down Rip Ride Rocket, excuse the pun, but look at this. That is so sad.
Well, like you can hear the iron ripping, right?
Yeah, you can just like all the noise, you can just hear them ripping it apart. And it's so sad because
it is sad.
When I was in here in April, I didn't get a chance to do it, but I did get a chance to do it in March when I was here as well. Obviously, guys, is how often I come. But yeah, anyway, all the nostalgia to one side, we are heading over to the Mummy, right?
Yeah, it's a 10-minute wait at the moment.
10-minute wait, perfect. So really looking forward to that. So we'll check back with you in 2 seconds.
Right, so the Mummy is in the New York zone of the park and is one of the older rides at Universal Studios, being around 22 years old now. On that note, whilst it is a little dated, it is a classic and continues to be a visitor favourite with queue times to match on some of the busier days in the park. So the queue is all indoors, which does give a nice aircon blast as a welcome relief from the heat and humidity if you're looking to escape from that on a hot day. The initial part is themed around the film set for the movie which the ride is named after, with some costumes and some props dotted around for you to look at. A quick tip for us is that it's worth watching the VT at this stage if you've not seen it before, as it does form part of the backstory to the ride itself. If need be on quieter days, let people overtake you so you can watch it in full. The second half is more reminiscent of an Egyptian archaeological site with various artefacts, along with a couple of light interactive opportunities to keep queuers entertained whilst they're waiting. The final part of the queue is a walk up some stairs around a giant Anubis statue. At this point, the queue splits in two, and you need to play a bit of Russian roulette as to which one is going to be shorter for you. The ride itself, though, is all indoors, so we're going to try and capture that for you in order for you to see what it's like.
Are you insane? Get out of here! The curse is real! This whole place is a trap! He's after your soul! We're the match on here! It's the only
Silence! With your souls, I shall rule for all eternity. Serve me and savor riches beyond measure. Not even the Magi can save you now. There is no escape. Your end shall be my beginning. Behold your fate. Your destiny. Your souls are
If you enjoyed your ride, please remain seated and keep your arms and legs straight.
prepare to forfeit your souls. Death is only.
Hey, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed yourself. I would have enjoyed this interview a lot more if I had gotten my cup of coffee! Thank you.
Right, our first ride is done.
Yeah.
And I have to admit,
It wasn't a 10-minute queue at all.
no,
It was a walk-on,
It was literally a walk-on. And we was able to get front row, which was really good. But the one thing I would say is that the actual mummy animatronic as she was going in wasn't operational.
No.
Yeah, they tend to have standing props and these things
Yeah.
aren't actually behaving themselves. Probably it was a bit too early, he hadn't had his coffee, a bit like us. But I have to admit, I'm enjoying the kind of how sparse it is here, how there's not as many people over here yet, but that's
Yeah.
obviously going to change.
Yeah.
So Gringotts is open, so we're going to head on over to Diagon Alley now and do that. And then maybe, depending upon how we feel, a bit of Transformers.
Bit Transformers, yeah. Maybe some Men in Black. I do like a bit of a shooting game.
I haven't done Men in Black in probably actually the last time I did it was when I came here with you guys and Kirsty and Paul and Amy, and I didn't even do it then. I sat
2019, wasn't it?
and I
Yeah,
sat outside because I'm quite rubbish at that type of game. And as probably many of you have seen, if you have actually watched my solo trips, haven't even done it then either. So yeah, why not? Sometimes it's good to do different things, but I have to admit, you can feel the temperature starting to rise
Yeah.
very slowly.
Yeah.
So next stop for us is going to be Diagon Alley, which was the second Harry Potter themed zone to open after Hogsmeade in Islands of Adventure. The two are connected by the Hogwarts Express, which of course departs here from King's Cross Station. And actually, all the theming in this area is pretty impressive. As people who grew up in London, the attention to detail here for us is impeccable. It really does feel like a West End street. Now, for those of you in the know, this area replaced the Jaws ride and opened in 2014. We still remember coming here that year and spending ages looking for the way in, as it is a little hidden. So just in case you're planning your first trip here, the way in is just to the right of the tube station, as we are demonstrating to you now.
I have to admit, there is always something so special about walking into Diagon Alley. They really have captured the theming here just incredibly. And it's ironic as well, because it does feel a little bit like London. I say this and every time I come here, but because I work in the city, it kind of gives you that little feel of how it is down on Grace Church Street and other areas like that. And there is the Dragon People. I wonder if it is a relative of Toothless in any stretch of the imagination. We will find out tomorrow. Oh, how weird. So despite the fact it said it was open, it's now saying it is delayed. Not helpful. Right, it feels like we're going to have a Disney day.
Yeah.
So, despite the fact that my app said it wasn't delayed, Luke's app said it was delayed, and when we got there, the sign said it was delayed.
Yeah.
And Luke, what did they say to you?
Oh, when I spoke to the queue people that were standing outside the ride, and just said, "Oh, what time is this open?" And they're just like, "Oh, we don't know today." I said, "Oh, is it a fault then?" And they're like, "Yeah, they're trying to fix it, but we're not sure if and when they'll be able to do that." So, who knows? Hopefully, it will open, because we really want to do that ride, and we hope to do it early before the masses arrive.
And also, when you walk through the bank, it's just visually spectacular.
Yeah. But anyway, so we have a plan B. We're now off to try Transformers, because that's saying it's a 10-minute wait, and if it's a 10-minute wait like the 10-minute wait on the Mummy, it's pretty much a walk-on. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully that one's running properly, and the next time you see us, that's where we'll be.
So Transformers it is, which is an indoor 3D motion simulator ride similar to Spider-Man in Islands of Adventure. The queue is now showing just 5 minutes, which from our past experience probably means it's a clean walk-on rather than having any significant wait time. When it is longer though, it is all indoors and air-conned, and again has some important backstory to the ride itself, which we'll leave you some highlights of.
That stands for the Non-Biological Extraterrestrial Species Treaty. It established a dedicated combat force of humans and Autobots united for one cause: to protect Earth from the Decepticons who are intent on destroying our planet.
Devastator. A Constructicon combiner that pulverizes anything in its path, sucking up bots like a deranged vacuum cleaner. The Autobots cannot protect you. They were defeated on our world, and we will defeat them here.
And as expected, we've walked right through to the front of the queue, where you find trays of 3D glasses to pick up. With that, it's time to get sat down on what is clearly going to be a walk-on ride.
Uh-oh, that's trouble, all right. Watch out! It's Ravage. He's after the Allspark. Bumblebee, I'm on the catwalk. Behind you. Got it. Mission to go. Come on, let's get out of this city.
Autobots, run! I'm at Megatron! Destroy Decepticons! Destroy! You can't escape Megatron!
Reverse thrusters. Full throttle. How do we find a way out of here?
Your planet belongs to me.
Take cover! Look, escape route. Wait, something's wrong. It's Devastator. Activate battle shields. We're hit.
Humans are unleashed.
Hold on. Brace yourself. Optimus.
Cowards rock, heroes fight. Your war is with me.
Optimus.
Protect the Allspark.
We're on our own. What do we do?
Beg for mercy.
No more running, recruits. He wants the Allspark? He can have it. Oh no.
Evac, report in. Your bravery saved the planet. Well done, freedom fighters.
Way to improvise, team. Thanks for meeting the challenge. Let's head on back to base. You can ride with Evac anytime.
Right, we just did the Transformers ride,
Yeah.
front row again.
Yeah.
And I have to admit, it is so much better, in my personal opinion anyway, than Spider-Man ride. But I kind of think it's a generational thing. Like, I didn't really grow up reading comics or anything like that. Whereas, I suppose,
I think
you didn't even read comics
No.
either. But I have always liked Transformers. I always remember, like, when I was a little kiddie, and I used to watch it in the 90s, like the late 90s, because, you know, that's how old I am. But yeah, great fun. What did you think?
I loved it, and I think it's very similar to Spider-Man, but it just feels a little bit more modern, a bit more
Yeah.
up to date. But it's a similar thing, isn't it? It's like a motion simulator that moves around indoors on a 3D screen track, basically, with lots of things going on around you. But yeah, it was fun. It was exhilarating. I felt more entertained by the audience behind us. I think it
They
was
were
than
hilarious.
what was going on in front of us. They were kind of a little bit overexcited, let's say, at some of the movements that we experienced on that ride. But yeah, I loved it. Again, complete walk on. So getting here early definitely seems to be paying off for us right now. And I think on that note, we probably need to think about what we're going to do next, right?
Yeah, we'll put in some ride footage. Hopefully we can actually show it, because I've tried it on previous visits and it tends to be like the imaging tends to be copyrighted, not the sound, which is really weird. But we will see about that. But yeah, great fun. Gringotts is still delayed, so that's a bit of frustration. So
yeah.
gonna have a look at the app, see what's available. And I think it's about coffee time soon as well. I feel like I need some liquid nourishment in the form of caffeine. Morning.
Calls instead of texts. Who does that?
Right, so something different. We have never done Minions, Blaster, something or other. We've got guns, and we're gonna like shoot everything that moves. We're gonna shoot it. That's the idea anyway.
I think so. We'll find out.
Blasters are the same.
Someone is happy.
To be fair, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't play this game before. I wasn't sure what we were supposed to be shooting at and what we weren't, so I just shot at anything that moved, basically. So my score I put here. I quite enjoyed it. It was fun. you really don't realise how much you're concentrating until
No.
you get to the end of the game and thought, oh, I've just been really intensely concentrating on trying to shoot things. So I really enjoyed it. Having never done it before, I think it's definitely a fun ride, and would recommend you do it when you come to Universal. Stephen, how about you?
Yeah, glad I did it. Probably wouldn't do it again. As I said, I don't tend to do very well at those games, and Luke beat me by 1,715 something.
Stephen's score will put in here.
Yeah. Really, what we should have done is just done a bet or something. It's like whoever loses buys the coffee, but we didn't do that, so it's not.
Why
happening.
would you open admit to that? Because that would mean you'd have to buy me coffee.
That's why I said we should have done it.
So maybe we should retrospectively apply that.
No, we can't do that. Right. Well, I'm glad we did that. We are going to go and see if we can.
We'll either get a coffee, or we'll see if there are any rides which we want to do that have got really short queues on, and just get them out of the way so that we don't have to worry about long queue times later once all the masses are right.
Oh, right, onwards we go, people. So, Gringotts is still down, and the time is currently, I don't know, it's 10 past 9.
10 past 9,
I
yeah.
thought it was a lot later than that.
No. We've been here about an hour. We've already done 1, 2, 3 rides.
Wow. So, Luke had the bright idea to do Simpsons, and again, not my favourite ride because I get a bit of motion sickness on it.
Yeah.
However, as we keep saying, we've not eaten yet, not had any caffeine yet, so there's nothing really that would kind of cause an effect, let's say.
Definitely not, but yeah, so it's basically a re-theme of what was the Back to the Future ride. You sit in a cart, you watch a big IMAX screen and things happen and you feel like you're live and in the moment. If we can, we might show you a bit of that footage when we get there, but yeah, it's about a 15-minute wait on the app at the moment. It may or may not be that. So far the wait's been a lot less than they've been declaring.
Yeah, hopefully it's going to be a walk-on because that is what we need.
We will see. And then, yeah, if that goes to plan, we might then do the Bourne Stunt show, Bourne Stuntacular, I think it's called, or something like that.
Yes.
Which is quite a mesmerising kind of cinematic / props / live action type show on a stage, basically. So yeah, we'll do Simpsons first, and then decide what we're going to do afterwards. Hopefully, Gringotts is going to reopen at some point because I really want to do that while we're here today. And we're only here, as we said a bit earlier, until kind of like lunchtime.
But yeah, we're just walking into Springfield now.
We are, yes.
Oh my god, and it is starting to feel really, really sticky now.
Yeah.
Really sticky.
I think today's going to be a hot one.
Yeah.
And there was like a little bit of thunder and lightning last night. Not the kind of level that you normally see in Florida Thorns. But I was watching the Florida Storms, not Florida Thorns. When I was watching the weather forecast yesterday, they seem to think there's a higher chance of thunderstorms this afternoon. So
interesting.
Hopefully that won't rain off our afternoon, but we'll see what happens.
Although it might be nice when we're sitting in the Helios Bar, hopefully
True.
by a window,
Yeah.
having our cocktails and charcuterie, watching the lightning.
Yeah.
But saying that, we are here in Springfield, so time to get on this ride, assuming it doesn't break down.
So again, this has pretty much been a walk-on and we're now in the pre-ride backstory section. The general theme of the ride is around the opening of a new roller coaster in Krustyland. If you're fans of a show, that will probably mean more to you than perhaps it does to both of us. But of course, it wouldn't be a theme park ride without some sort of twist. And in this case, it's the presence of a character called Sideshow Bob, who is hell-bent on taking revenge on Krusty the Clown and the Simpson family for something, although we're not quite sure what that might be. Anyway, it's probably about time to get on with the ride itself.
A roller coaster!
I'm scared, Dad!
Sweetie, that won't kill you in an amusement park as long as you have a dime left in your pocket.
There's nothing
nothing you can do. You're about to die. You sound like my duck. Not only are you dead killing us, I'm having fun. That's a load of corporate. Hey, I can see our car.
The kiddie ride. Oh, at least we're safe.
Panda begs to differ. Piece of advice. Resist every temptation I place in front of you.
Homer, it's a temptation.
Did beer hurt anybody? I hate chain reactions.
We'll save you. Our worst convenience right
Stay away from the ramp!
Baby is wet and presume drinking.
I'm not gonna change that diaper.
Mommy's coming, giant Maggie. Come on, Maggie. Destroy something. Get away from my baby. Maggie, that's not a pacifier. Get those tourists out of your mouth. You don't know where they've been.
Home sweet. Foolish earthlings, don't you know all rides must end near the gift shop? My bosoms are dropping
Nothing, gravity. This must be the part where they take your picture. Okay, smile.
What a horrible nightmare! Thank God this ride is over.
Okay, Simpsons Ride all done. Stephen, how is your stomach feeling, more importantly?
A bit upside down, to be honest. Like, I'm really not a fan of that ride. That and Forbidden Journey just properly throw me inside.
It's strange because I don't experience that at all. I quite like the ride. It is a bit dated now, to be honest, and I have been on it several times, so I know exactly what's coming next. But it had a little bit more motion to it than I seem to recall from the past. There's quite a lot of tilting up, tilting down, swaying from left to right. I can kind of see why it may affect your stomach a little bit, to be honest. But it's still a bit of a fun ride, and I kind of enjoyed it. Maybe it needed a little bit of updating now, perhaps, or a new storyline.
I agree.
Anyway, so
but that's meant to be getting rethemed anyway because it's now owned by Disney, and they won't be renewing the license. So word on the street was that it could be Pokemon, which would be fantastic. But who knows?
Who knows?
We'll have to wait and see what happens when the license comes up for renewal and they say no, thank you.
I'm sure time will tell.
But
Anyway,
I feel like I need a coffee now.
I was going to say, I think enough rides for the time being. Let's try and get some nourishment and sustenance in us, and then we'll check out what the queues are for the rides and decide what we're going to do next. Right, it's coffee break time, and we have got cold coffees, frappuccinos to be specific. Stephen's got a pumpkin, and I've just gone for my old faithful caramel, just because it's really, really hot today. But we have got snacks as well because we've not eaten yet, and we probably should have done.
Consistent of an iced lemon loaf, because if you know, you know.
Well, I've got something called an impossible sandwich, which looks a little bit like a kind of bacon and egg, sausage and egg muffin, but it's not a muffin. It feels like a ciabatta roll. It looks like there's egg in there and sausage.
It doesn't look very appetising.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't look as appetising as the display one did.
No.
But it says impossible sandwich. I don't know why it's called impossible. If anyone knows the reason for that, please feel free to put it in the comments. But I'm going to take a little bite and tell you what I think. Well, it's impossible to get too excited about it. That's for certain.
Is it bland?
No, it's not so much bland, but the sausage patty is a bit soft. It doesn't feel like it's 100% meat, if that makes sense. The egg's okay, but a little bit overcooked. The cheese is typical American cheese. It will fill a hole. It will keep you going for a little while, but probably not the best one.
But the lemon loaf, on the other hand, is nice and moist. very moist, just how we like it. On that note, we're going to eat this.
Yeah.
And we'll be back.
And then I
with
think
you.
we're going to head to the stunt show. Is the plan after this? So yeah, hopefully the next thing you'll see is us being around that area.
Right, so coffee is done. That was delicious. We have literally just arrived in time for the Bourne Spectacular show.
Yeah.
And I have to admit, I really like this. I think it's a bit of an upgrade from what used to be the Terminator show.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's still the same set, isn't it? But it's a complete change in terms of, on this one, they actually have moving set pieces, whereas the Terminator show was more about a 3D thing, wasn't it? Behind the actors.
Yeah.
And this, is this 3D? I'm not sure it is 3D, is it?
No, it's not 3D.
It's not 3D, but the set moves, and you go from one location to another, to another, to another.
Although I remember every time we've done it before, it's always had technical issues, and it's always broke mid
it
or
breaks down midway. And
Yeah,
the woman comes out and starts giving you facts and figures about how the stage show works and how all the pieces move in perfect synchrony and that kind of stuff.
But it'll be interesting to see when we get our park in the UK in 5 years' time whether or not ours will be themed to James Bond, which I suspect it will be.
Like possibly, who knows?
But anyway, we better get in before we miss the show, so hold that thought.
Okay, so first things first, let's actually get the name of this ride right. It's the Bourne Stuntacular, not Spectacular. And unlike the other attractions here, this is not a continually moving ride. It's an indoor interactive theatre experience with set start times to each of the shows. Audiences are queued until it's nearly time for the show to start, and then you are transferred to a holding room for a pre-show presentation. Now, this attraction is based on the Matt Damon Bourne canon, and there is the odd hint or two of that whilst you are waiting in line. But this really is probably one of the least immersive queue lines in the parks. There really is no point in arriving earlier, especially as any sort of resemblance to a first come, first in will dissipate in a heartbeat when you get to the pre-show holding area, as you will see in just a moment. And actually, this is one of the downsides to this attraction. People do suddenly become a different breed of human being when the queue lines disappear and a whole room opens up. There's quite a bit of time that passes between this part opening and the pre-show starting, during which time people do push and swarm their way as close as they can to the opening doors to the main auditorium, just so they can get in first when the time comes for that. And on that note, we're going to try and get some footage for you, but it really is a huge room and we're not sure if it will come out very well. So if it doesn't, you'll just have to come here and experience it for yourself. On that note though, the last of the crowds are now entering, although for those of you who are a bit camera shy, I'm pretty sure that this is stock footage and not the audience that has just entered the building, mainly because it's the same footage every time that we do this ride. Either way, it has taken a while, but let's show you a bit of a glimpse of the pre-show before we enter the ride itself.
Thank you for agreeing to join this unique situation analysis team. Frankly, no, strike that. I need your help. As some of you may know, I was once an operative for the CIA, who along with the FBI are now clients. During that time, I crossed paths with a man named David Webb. You probably already know of him by his company codename, Jason Bourne. As you have passed all security checks and have clearance from this data, allow me to remind you of who, or more importantly, what exactly Jason Bourne is. He was recruited out of Army Special Forces into a clandestine program called Treadstone. This was all to create an elite squad of perfect secret assassins, immune to emotional conflict, incapable of questioning orders, put out into the world as sleeper agents, waiting for a code word to wake them up and give them their next target. I know. What could go wrong?
You're U.S. government property. You're a malfunctioning $30 million weapon.
You've told you this stuff for a long time now, Jason. We don't know the truth about what they did to you. It's complicated. Right now, for instance, Jason believes I'm dead, and it's best for all concerned if he keeps on believing that. There may have been a time when he trusted me, at least as much as he can trust anyone. That's the trouble with spies. We all lie for a living. Jason Bourne is still out there. I, personally, need to keep my distance. However, my new employer has developed proprietary technology. Today, you will participate in an amazing leap forward in enhanced surveillance. This prototype observation and evaluation room uses a new protocol for enhanced virtual surveillance. Once you enter the facility, you'll see what I'm talking about. For all intents and purposes, you will be right there, live, following Jason Bourne wherever he goes, as he encounters danger, traverses various locations, even advances through time zones. And the task will not be easy, for he is a modern ninja, the epitome of deadly stealth. Jason Bourne at any time might be John Michael Caine, Gilberto Del Piento, Foma Kinyev, or a host of other aliases. He's physically unremarkable. Average height, weight, and body type. Wearing generic clothing in a large crowd, he might as well be invisible. Depending on locale, he prefers to wear a simple t-shirt, hoodie, or jacket, trying not to call attention to himself. Which also means he rarely carries a firearm. This concludes your briefing. Now, your mission? Find Bourne, which with the EBS will be easy to do. Then, observe. But do not engage. Be careful, as you will be right in the middle of the action, feeling like you are the eye of the surveilling camera. It's quite possible assassins may be involved. Assets, as the agency calls them. But let's hope not. I believe he should be allowed to continue to uncover more of the truth, and to do so without being terminated with extreme prejudice.
Attention guest operators, please stand by while we assist guests with continental clearance.
20 minutes later.
Right, so just got out of the Bourne Stuntacular rather.
Bourne Stuntacular, that's what it's called. Yeah,
Yeah.
we worked that one out eventually, didn't we?
And it was very spectacular for a stunt show.
I really do like that. It's really immersive, and the way that the set moves, with the background moving as well, it almost feels like you're moving with them. That sounds really cheesy, doesn't it? But that's kind of the best way to describe it, I suppose.
Yeah, great fun, and I hope some of the footage comes out. Obviously, if you guys are ever over here, do give this one a watch. It's not something to miss. It's actually like really immersive, and like, you know, there's fire and there's gunshots and like
the sound, music, lights, flashing lights.
And the way the screens transition and everything is actually really impressive to watch. Anyway, Escape from Gringotts is now back up and running. It's 55 minutes, so we're going to take a slow walk over there.
Yep.
See if we can jump on that, and then just see where the rest of the afternoon takes us. The time is currently 10:52, so
we've got another couple of hours here, I suppose,
very much so.
Okay, just a slight change of plan. We were hoping to go to Gringotts, but we just realised that one of our devices has stopped transferring footage for some reason, and all the research we've done said it could be to do with the data card. So we're going to check out a bit earlier than planned. Hopefully we'll get back here for maybe an hour or so before we need to check out properly to go down to the Epic Universe area. But we're just going to take a little detour down to Walmart, which isn't too far from here, in an Uber, and we're just going to see if we can pick up a new data card, which will hopefully fix the problem. And we want to do that today because we want to make sure that we can get lots of footage tomorrow at Epic Universe, and we only have a one-day ticket there. So so we're hoping to get back here in a bit if we can. If not, the next time you'll see us is probably on our way to the next hotel.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Okay, we're back in the park. Camera issue seems to be sorted. Fingers crossed, a little trip to Walmart seems to have rectified that issue. The good news is Escape from Gringotts is now open and is currently showing a wait time of just 35 minutes, which is quite short for that ride. So we're heading straight to Diagon Alley, and hopefully we'll be on that ride very soon, and that'll be the next thing that you see.
Right, it definitely looks a little bit more busier than it was this morning. It's actually quite difficult to manoeuvre past all these people but see the bank, we can see the Delagon, so we are very much looking forward to getting inside, getting in the aircon and getting on this ride, because it's one of Luke's favourites, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh. And these are stupid people who just will not get out of the way, like literally. Right, bags put away.
Yeah.
Can't believe we did that. Oh, the queue for this just looks so long.
I've seen it longer, to be fair.
Yeah, last time I come, it was not this long.
Yeah, it can go all the way out the back and then round and round and round several times before you come back in to pretty much the start. It looks like we're starting pretty much at the front of the back, if that makes sense.
This doesn't look like it's a 35-minute queue.
Our time check is 1:45, so we'll see what time we get on the ride.
Okay, so the queue line for Escape from Gringotts is probably one of the most immersive ones at Universal. And for both of us who have worked in the square mile of the City of London at different points in our careers, it really feels like the inside of many of the buildings there, most of which have either a banking or an insurance legacy behind them. And yes, with many of the other rides here, it does form part of the backstory to the ride itself. But there is quite a bit to it, so we're just going to show you a few highlights for you to enjoy whilst we edge closer to the ride itself.
Proceed to the large office at the end of the corridor, where an assistant will prepare you for your first visit to the vaults. Here to open an account? Very well. Move along to the security office to have your Gringotts identification photo taken. Then, proceed to the large office at the end of the corridor, where an assistant will prepare you for your first visit to the vaults.
Right, we've made it to the ride itself, and just before we jump on, a quick overview for you all. This ride was the anchor attraction for the Diagon Alley area when it first opened in 2014. It's an indoor roller coaster in theory, but the coasting aspect in my view is a little bit on the tame side compared to some of the other Universal roller coasters. The main thrill though comes from the 3D animations and the accompanying storyline that surround the coaster as you pass along it. So on that note, it's time for us to get on the ride and strap ourselves in for the fun and the thrills that are facing us for the next few minutes.
One moment, please. I need to connect to your car. The defenses have been set off. There must be imposters in Gringotts. Bellatrix!
Are these the imposters?
I don't think so, Madam Strange. I can't be sure.
Well, let's try and find out then.
Maybe be ready. Yes, I'm to me.
Look, I'm sorry about Bellatrix. We need to... Harry, what are you doing here?
Get them out of here. There's going to be trouble.
They know we're imposters. They set off defenses against us.
Hey, look out. Chumps. They're dumb, but they're brutal.
know you've seen Harry Potter. He was in your vault, Bellatrix.
I thought I got rid of you, Muggleborns. Where's Papa? Where did he go?
Perhaps a little dose of pain to help you remember.
Yes, tell us, or we'll destroy you.
We'll get you out of here.
Here we go.
Don't worry, go.
Here we go.
Is everyone okay? Don't we still want to open an account? After all, it's the safest place on Earth, right?
That is Escape from Gringotts done, and we actually managed to get out, which is always good.
Yeah, and the queue was spot on 35 minutes, and they were right for that as well. But I really enjoyed that ride. How about you?
Yeah, and do you know what? The people sitting next to us were quite entertaining.
Just a bit.
Lots of screams, lots of shouts. I'll be curious to see how the ride footage come out, but we will wait and see for that one. Anyway, we are going to check the wait times, see what options we have available to us, because we're losing a lot of the days. The time is currently...
I'm not sure we've got time for any more rides.
Yeah.
We need to get over to Stella Nova. Is that where we're going?
Yes.
Yeah, so we need to be there fairly soon. We've got to go back to our hotel room first and collect our bits and bobs before we go there. So yeah, you might think about checking it out.
Yeah, so time to get our stuff from the locker, hold that full.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Oh, right, happy afternoon, people. It is currently 4 o'clock, dead on, and we are back at Dockside. We have just ordered ourselves an Uber, and we are heading over to Stella Nova. As we said, the afternoon has really escaped us today. Between that and the issues that we had with the camera, which now seems to have been corrected with the purchase of the new card for it, we are all something ahead, whatever the expression is. All steam ahead, there you go.
Full steam ahead.
Full steam ahead.
Full steam ahead. I did wonder where you were going with that one.
That too. So our Uber is about a minute away, so we're just waiting for that to arrive, and then we'll be checking into Stella Nova. Really looking forward to staying at this resort, if it's only for the night. I stayed at Terra Luna last time, but obviously, you know, it's going to be great being able to stay there, especially being so close to Epic Universe. It's just going to make life for tomorrow a little bit easier. Yeah, I have to admit, I'm feeling quite tired.
Yeah, I can tell. Yeah, I think it's been such a frantic day, isn't it? You know, we've been to a park, been to a shop, been back to the park, been back to this hotel, now going to another hotel, and we still have evening plans to get through yet, but the evening plans should be nice and relaxing and chilled out.
Yeah, I really feel like I deserve an alcoholic beverage, so that is what I'm going to do. But I think if the day is kind of encouraged anything, it's just to have many a backup plan, to take everything in your step, and to not take things too seriously. But our Uber has just arrived, so we're about to get in that and head on our way.
Right, we are in room 8062. I'm going to knock on the door and we'll see if Stephen's ready for us.
Welcome to my crib.
We're going to have to come up with a new line.
We probably are going to have to. Right, so we're here. We've checked into our hotel room. Our check-in clerk, receptionist, was incredible.
Yeah.
She really, really nice. And she asked us what room we wanted. She put us on the highest floor, so we're on floor 8. And we've also, sneak peek, got a view of Epic Universe in our room, so even better. But
And we should point out before we start looking around the room, neither Stephen or me have been here, and we're coming at this fresh. We've not even looked at anything yet. We just put our bags down and said, right, let's do the room tour because we want to try and get to the pool before we have to get ready for our evening plans, right?
Yes.
So, lightning tour, Stephen. What do we look at first?
So, first thing, floor to ceiling mirror. Well, floor to ceiling-ish mirror, which is really good.
Yeah, full height, I'd say I'd call it.
Yeah, the only problem, there's no plug socket there, so difficult to blow dry your hair.
Blow dry your hair, yeah.
Really good thing is though, it is a connecting room, but the connecting door is there, so it's right out the way.
Yeah.
So you're not going to have too much noise pollution, which is a really, really good thing.
Fingers crossed, yeah.
I have to admit, the room smells nice and is a really good size, right?
Yeah, and it smells still kind of new.
Yes.
So it must be what, less than 6 months old?
Yeah, I would say so.
And you can still smell that kind of fresh paint, fresh upholstery, fresh carpet, fresh linen, all that kind of stuff.
Although they only took a $50 deposit, which I didn't think was that much considering we paid exactly the same dockside.
Yeah.
Anyway, come in over to my left is the washing facility area.
So that one does have a charger. And it does have a mirror as well. So if you did want to blow dry your hair, there is a location to do that, I suppose.
Yep. And just down here in the corner, there is a hairdryer as well.
Yeah.
The bathroom is very, very plush.
It is quite smart, isn't it?
Yeah. The only thing I don't particularly like about it is the fact that it's a shower curtain, not a sliding door. But
So unlike Dockside, this is both a bath and a shower, right? So in Dockside, it's just a shower cubicle, basically. Big, fairly well-sized one, but that's all it is. And it does have, of course, shampoo and conditioner, so I'm a happy bunny with that one. And there's another little packet here.
And this is the body soap that we've also got in Dockside as well.
Yeah. And I kind of like the fact that they're not putting those single-use bottles out so much now. It's much more sustainable. I'm just looking at the control for the shower here, and there's 2 different dials. I'm not sure which does what. I guess the one at the bottom is your main one, isn't it? Oh, and hold on a second. It must be to turn it from shower to bath, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so the little one on the top is to switch between the 2. Okay. Yeah, exactly. And it's a fairly decent sized bath as well, which I'll just show you there.
Wardrobe space wise, I will say it is a lot more generous than what we have at Dockside.
Yeah.
So again, as soon as you walk in, you've got these 2. Well, I say it's one big.
It's a double wardrobe size, isn't it? Yeah.
And in comparison to our little pull across curtain that we've got, which is half the size of this is great.
Yeah.
Again, you can see the safe is in here.
Yeah.
Complimentary, you don't have to pay for that. You've got your iron and your ironing boards.
Yeah.
And plenty of space down there to put shoes and other bits and pieces.
Yeah. And suitcases if you have them as well.
Yes, but typically they will go under the bed.
And Stephen's just walked past the digital air conditioning control, climate control.
Climate control, yeah.
Currently set at 72, it's a fairly decent temperature. But again, it's a nice modern digital one, not an analogue dial or anything like that.
Exactly. You've got your drinking facilities here. So again, very similar to what we have in Dockside.
Yeah.
You've got your percolator and you've got your coffee with your condiments.
So those little packets here, they're the coffee mix, right? So you've got a regular and a decaf.
Yes, so we will probably take that back to Dockside with us.
Maybe, actually, maybe.
In here, you have got your mini fridge, exactly the same that we have in Dockside.
Yeah.
And
both doors open the same way. Temperature check?
Temperature check, cold.
Good.
Just how we like it. Right, I remember this when I was at Terra Luna when I was here in April, and if you've not seen that vlog about my solo epic weekend for the pass holder preview, go back and have a look.
Mm-hmm.
But again, plenty of space here in terms of drawers, so a nice deep drawer there, and a nice deep drawer there, and exactly the same here as well. Again, where we are at dockside, we've only got 3 drawers.
And 3 kind of narrow drawers as well, so yeah.
Now, you're going to say, Stephen, where are the plug sockets over here? I see no plug sockets here.
Oh, I do see no plug sockets.
I learnt this when I was at Terra Luna, and I learnt it on the last day.
Did you really?
Yeah, you've got this little area here where you...
Ah, okay.
So, plug sockets, USB...
C, USB-A,
yeah.
and then 2 more USB-As.
Yeah, so perfect. Again, you've got your rules. Checkout time is 11 a.m, people, as an FYI. Smoke-free, etc. So, all good.
Yeah.
Right, turning to the bedding area. I love this. I love the mural because it's space themed,
yeah.
and this is what these hotels are based on. You know, Epic Universe is all about constellation and about you know, the celestial planes and all that fun stuff. 2 really nice, queen, comfortable beds.
I also really like the downlighting and the uplighting. It's all kind of hidden. There's no kind of light bulbs or anything like that in your face.
No, it's lovely. Over here you have another drawer with Holy Bible, because this is a Christian country, people.
Yeah.
And over here as well, you've also got USB-C there. And this, I believe, if I can find my phone, wherever that has gone, I think that is a charging point for phones, but we'll find out. Yes, it is.
Okay, so you can just lie your phone down there next to your bed, and
it charges it. So that is really, really good. Really smart technology.
Yep.
Right, turning around. I love the TVs in here, so very similar to Disney. Welcome Taylor's House Party. That is us.
That is us.
That is us. You can also link your phone or your iPad to the TV. I did that last time I was here. Really, really helpful.
That's good. So if you want to watch like some YouTube or some vlogs or something like that, you can do that as well through your phone.
Yeah.
I like that. I think more and more hotels are doing that now. It's kind of becoming a bit of a necessity in this day and age.
Yeah, casting ability there as well.
Yeah. I like this.
Yes, I like this too. So down here you got another 2 plug sockets, but this is like a chaise longue.
I think it's more of a sofa, isn't it? I don't know. Is it chaise longue? Either way, it's somewhere to stretch out and relax, right?
I think they made really good use of all of the space in this room.
Yes.
There's a lot in here, and it doesn't feel it doesn't feel cluttered.
It doesn't feel cluttered, and I think the room is smaller than dockside. Yet there seems to be a lot more storage.
Yeah.
So that's kind of an interesting observation from my point of view, and it does feel very space themed. I've noticed that everything has rounded corners, so nothing has like jagged edges or anything like that, apart from of course the walls. So yeah, I quite like that. But what is the pièce de resistance?
So the pièce de resistance, as we said earlier, is our view of Epic Universe.
And Stephen is just going to pull open those curtains. And what do we have right over there?
So right in front of us we have the Grand Helios Hotel, just over to the left, and then right in front of us we also have Donkey Kong Country, Stardust Racers, which unfortunately isn't working at the moment. It's closed because of a fatal incident that happened to a guest riding it last week. You can also see Isle of Burke, and just in the far distance you can actually see Mushroom Kingdom.
And it also looks like there might be a bit of a thunderstorm coming in as well, looking at the colour of those clouds.
Oh, and over in the corner you can also see Dark Universe as well.
Oh,
not sure how clear that's going to show up on here, but it is there, people.
Yeah. It's not a bad room. I mean, there's a car park here, isn't it? But I like the fact that you can see Epic Universe from here. I think that's better than the view from the other side, which is just all kind of houses and trees and nothing particularly interesting.
Well, the view from the other side, I believe, is actually the swimming pool.
But only if you look down.
Only if you look down.
If you look straight ahead, you don't really see anything interesting. Maybe SeaWorld in the distance, perhaps.
Yeah. So this hotel is really good, people, because it's the closest one to Epic Universe. It's literally a 10-minute walk from here to Epic Universe, or you can get the buses. We'll probably just walk in the morning because it will be the quickest thing to do.
Yeah.
And that is it. So I am very happy with this. It's a shame this room isn't the room we're in for the duration of our stay, and it's a shame this hotel isn't closer to the traditional Universal parks.
Yeah.
But we're going to have a very comfy night, I think.
I think so too.
on that note, we're going to leave it there. We're going to put our speedos on and we're going to head down to the swimming pool.
Okay, so now that we're settled in, we've decided to head down to the pool for a quick dip. And frustratingly, the earlier detour to Walmart has set us back an hour or two, and we're a bit later than planned getting to this point, which is a shame given that we'd have liked to have enjoyed the pool for a bit longer. The pool area is also served by the spacious poolside Galaxy Bar, which we had hoped to maximise use of whilst we're here for our one night stay. Realistically, this is likely to feel a bit rushed given that we have evening plans that we will need to get ready for shortly. But again, the views are great and there is a nice selection of cocktails on offer, all priced at around $16 each. Although don't forget that tips need to be added and the going rate is around $2 to $3 for each mixed drink. So just for those of you that are interested, we are going to give you a quick overview of the menu. As always, we're not going to talk you through each cocktail that's on offer in detail, but you can always hit the pause button at this point if you want to look at them in more depth. And we certainly intend to indulge in at least one whilst we relax around the pool, just because that's what any respectable person would do when there's a pool bar available.
Right, okay, so we thought we would have a nice little swim in the pool. Maybe half hour, 45 minutes, we had to go upstairs and get ready, and I think we did have a nice little swim in the pool. We came downstairs, grabbed a cocktail, jumped in the pool, and about 5 minutes later, I don't know if you guys can see, but suddenly the clouds moved in, it all went very dark, and they asked us to leave the swimming pool because apparently there's some lightning in the area and they don't want any of us to get electrocuted if the pool was hit by lightning. So we're now underneath the poolside bar, which is called Galaxy Bar. We have our cocktails in hand.
I went for a Lyra, which is margarita based.
Yep.
Tequila based. If you know me, you know me.
Yeah. And I went for something called a Draco, which is also tequila based, but it has pineapple in it, ginger beer, and most importantly, because I like a bit of spice, it has a chipotle pineapple syrup as well. And my gosh, has it got a little bit of a kick to it.
Yeah, it's a builder, isn't it?
It's a builder, yeah. I had my first sip, thought, oh, that's quite nice. And yeah, it built over about 3 or 4 seconds. Stephen did the same, and then again after 3 or 4 seconds, he was like, no, that's not for him. But I quite like it. I'm enjoying it. Stephen, I think, is enjoying his too.
It's really refreshing. It's delicious.
Yeah,
delicious rather. But yeah, like just our luck. It's like today doesn't really feel like it's gone to plan, but
no.
You know, putting all of that to one side, I have to admit this hotel is absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
And it's probably testament to the fact that it is so brand new. Like as we said earlier, about 6 months or so.
Yeah.
But the pool is lovely. The rooms are lovely. Just the decor. You know, I remember sitting watching many vlogs of them building Epic Universe, building these hotels. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think that we would stay here, and I've stayed at both of them now.
Yeah.
I have to admit, you know, I do prefer Stella Nova to my time at Terra Luna.
Yeah. Well, we're going to chill out, literally, keep half an eye on this weather, because what we don't want to do is get stuck at the poolside bar without being able to get out to the hotel if it suddenly starts hammering down with rain. But we've got what's the time, Steve?
It's 5:15, so we've got about half an hour here.
Yeah, 20 minutes, half an hour. Yeah, we need to go start getting ready.
Anyway, enough of the poolside bar. We have better places to be this evening. It's all about watching the sunset over cocktails and food at the bar Helios, which for those of you who are in the know is the rooftop bar on top of the Helios Grand Hotel overlooking Epic Universe. We can't wait, and as you can see, it's about time for us to get on the way. Okay, I hope you can hear me okay because it's really, really windy up here at the moment. But the first cocktails have arrived. I have gone for a Trojan horse, which is Patron Silver, Domaine de Canton, real red pepper apparently, Monon Cantaloupe, and lime. So I suspect it's going to have a little bit of heat to it. And I'm going to give it a quick try. Stephen would not like this one. It does taste like a sweet chili pepper.
Oh really?
Alcoholic. Very, very nice. Stephen has gone for Chariot of the Sun, which is Dos Bombas Mezcal, Patron Silver, Amore Montenegro, pineapple juice, lime, and agave. So again, tequila based, because Stephen likes tequila. I think we should probably check in with him and see what he thinks.
It is very windy up here, as you can see by their hair. I'm going to get blown away in a minute, but it looks delicious. Tastes even better, it's so smooth tasting. So smooth tasting. So I have to admit, the view up here is spectacular. Like, you can see the whole of Epic Universe Celestial Park, the water fountains, you can see the Kronos entry point. From our vantage point, we've got a really good view of Super Nintendo World. We can actually see Paris for the Ministry of Magic, and Isle of Berk as well, and really sad, Stardust Racers, which, as we keep saying, isn't in operation at the moment. But I have to admit, this place is spectacular, and Luke and I were just saying that we would lay in bed on a Sunday and we would watch like loads of different vlogs about the construction process and what was going on. So to actually be here, actually sitting up here, is just, it feels a bit surreal. It was only 6 months ago, 7 months ago that, you know, they were still doing the finishing touches to this place, but it is quite spectacular.
I agree, I totally agree, and there's even a beautiful rainbow. I don't know if you guys saw that earlier, but it's been sat there for the whole time we're here, which probably means there's some rain somewhere that we don't want to come this way, but right now I'm going to enjoy some of this because it is delicious.
And we need to decide
food,
what we're going to eat.
Yeah.
I would say that it's a little bit pricey, but you only live once.
Exactly.
And you can't take it with you.
Definitely not. So yeah, we'll probably show you some of the food when that arrives as well. We might even show you some shots of the menu too, so you can have a look at what's on offer. Right, so food-wise, there is a fairly good selection of sharer-based nibbles on the menu, including some grazing plates and chilled options, the latter of which are mainly seafood based at market price, which is probably a good thing as it likely means it's very fresh. There are also some cold seafood options, which I'm pretty sure means they are uncooked, given that crudo is the Italian word for raw. Over the page there are some sweet items too, and also what is described as flame, which I guess means grilled, and crispy, which I guess is what it says it is. As always, feel free to have a pause if you want to explore that in a bit more detail. Although we did just want to point out the seafood tower, which is priced at a whopping $225. It had better be good for that price. Of course, what we are really here for though is the cocktails, and there is quite an extensive choice available here. What is immediately apparent is that they have all been themed into the 4 classic Greek elements, being water, air, fire and earth. Pretty much all of these look tempting, although whilst I suspect we may have more than one, it may be a challenge to sample all of them. Either way, again, feel free to have a pause if you want, have a look at the menu in more detail and see which one of these cocktails you might sample. And if you want to, let us know in the comments which one your favourite would be. If cocktails are not your thing though, you can still enjoy a drink or two on the rooftop without splashing out too much on the cash. They do offer a range of both bottled and draft beers along with a selection of wines. And on that, the wine list is fairly extensive with a choice of bubbles, white wine, rosé wine and red wine available either by the glass or by the bottle. We have our cocktails for now though, which we are intending to savour, but we might switch up to something a bit simpler later on. In the meantime, the food has arrived and we are about to tell you a bit more about what we think of that. Right, okay, so our first lot of food has arrived. We've gone for the farmer's cheese platter and some charcuterie. And the farmer's cheese platter, I don't know what the cheese is, to be honest,
He didn't explain that to us, but today comes with seasonal fruit, which is grapefruit, strawberry, and he said a touch of honeycomb. Now I was expecting that to be a bit of crunchy bar, but it's actual real honeycomb from a beehive. So that looks really tasty. Similarly, the charcuterie plate is lots of different meats, some honeycomb as well, and some grilled focaccia, and just for good measure there's another bowl here of grilled focaccia to keep us going. Now I think this is enough for us to start with. I may feel a bit peckish after this, we might have to order one more thing, but let's see how we get on with this first of all. What do you think, Stephen?
I think the presentation is impeccable.
Yeah.
Like, I've never seen cheese presented the way that cheese is presented.
Yeah, quite. It's
like,
quite stunning, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite incredible. I have to admit, it's a little bit pricey for what it is, but
yeah,
I mean, I'm very impressed.
Absolutely. And the good news is that the kind of weather front that was producing that rain and that rainbow seems to be passing over now, and the wind is starting to die down. So hopefully, we won't have to try and hold on to everything for the rest of the evening. Anyway, probably time to tuck in.
And also, just really quickly, the sun is starting to set and the lights are starting to come on.
I'm just going to swing around a little bit and give you guys a look at that. I reckon give that another 10-15 minutes and that view will be spectacular. Right, Stephen's going in for the farmer's cheese.
And it is really, really smooth.
It's not often I see that kind of face from Stephen about cheese.
I love cheese. There's so many flavours in there, I honestly cannot tell you what I'm eating, but it's so smooth and rich. There's like a bit of sweetness to it, a bit of sourness to it, a bit of spice to it. There is so many different flavours going on in there. Absolutely delicious. And it's really funny because when we were ordering, I wasn't thinking that this was going to be the right enough food for us, but I think it might be with the addition of the halloumi bites.
Ooh, maybe later. Let's give this a go and see what it's like.
There's a lot going on, right?
But the first thing was like some kind of feta cheese yogurt type flavour, followed very quickly by something very lemon and citrus like, then a bit of garlic, then some pistachio, and then, as you say, some kind of spice. It's absolutely delicious. Now, that is really, really nice. I see what you mean. It's more filling than it looks when it comes out. But I'm loving this, every last bit of it. Even if it starts to drip off the back bits, I'm going to have to hurry up and eat this. Right, okay, so I'm going to tuck into some of the meat now. Starting with the salami, which is probably my least favourite of the ones on the plate. It has a high fat content, but let's see. It's nice. It's salami basically, but it's alright. I quite like it. Try some of this stuff as well. Not sure what it is. It doesn't look like Parma ham. It's too dark for that. So I suspect it's beef of some sort. But let's see. It's beef, quite hard to eat in one mouthful, as you just saw, so probably need to cut it up a little bit. And then lastly, try a little bit of Parma ham, I think, but I'm going to take a piece of it, not the whole lot.
It's also very nice, quite salty, but quite sweet at the same time. At the moment, I think I'm preferring the cheese to the charcuterie, but let's see what Stephen thinks.
Dearest reader. No, that's Bridgerton, isn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Right, I'm going to go for the beef. Do you know what? It's got like a texture of jerky to it.
Yeah, it's not as dry as jerky, but
yeah, I see what you mean. And I have to admit that there's not much taste to it.
it's got a slight honey taste to it, hasn't it? But that's about it.
Yeah, a bit underwhelming, I would say.
Yeah.
For all it is. Right, unlike Luke, I actually like salami. Probably it's the Italian in me.
I didn't say I didn't like it, I just said it was probably my least favourite one on the plate. Yeah.
It's got texture to it, it's got kind of like a little kind of oily glaze to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good salami. Yum.
Right, it was Parma ham then.
Parma ham. Again, this is a staple from the motherland, or from my mother's side of the family anyway.
Yeah.
I think we have a winner there.
I agree, Parma ham was definitely better out of all of them.
And there was this thing on the plate as well.
I'm not sure that's edible.
It's like a rasher.
A what?
Like a radish.
A radish is like bacon, right?
A radish. It's actually quite nice.
Okay. Well, we're going to carry on eating for a bit and then decide if we want to eat any more afterwards.
Anyway, as Stephen mentioned earlier, the sun is very much setting over Epic Universe, so our plan is to stay here for a bit longer yet. On that, we might have just ordered a little bit more food, mainly so that we can give ourselves an excuse to spend a bit more time at the best vantage point to watch one of the park's fountain shows.
Okay, the spread on the table has grown a little bit and we've topped our food up with some fried halloumi balls, which I think Stephen is desperate to try, and he's going to tell us what he thinks of them. That's a curious look.
Okay, so anyone that knows me knows I'm not a fan of sweet stuff, and the batter has a sweet taste to it.
Oh, really?
So that's probably the first and the last one of those I'm going to have.
Okay, maybe I should give it a go and see.
Yeah.
Right, I'm just going to hand this over to Stephen for a minute. There's honey in the batter. That's why it's sweet. They're okay. They're okay. I'd have thought the halloumi would be a bit saltier, but it's not too bad. Right, okay, final food item has come out. I think that really is going to be it for us, because after this I'm going to start feeling very full up. But this is a confit pork belly with a sweet corn puree. And I know Stephen loves sweet corn, so I'm going to let him tell us what he thinks of this delicacy. Okay, she's going to have a sweet corn puree on its own, right?
Oh yeah, really strong sweet corn taste to it. Really smooth, like butter.
Smooth like butter. What's that song called?
Yummy.
Yeah, okay, what's it called?
Very yummy.
What about the pork belly?
It's got a bit of a bite to it.
That's always good. Good Lord. Right.
That's really nice. So the top has got a real nice crisp crunch bite to it. There's some seasoning in there as well, which elevate. Love this song. There's some seasoning in there that elevate the actual crispiness, and the actual pork itself is really tender, really light, not very fatty, which is just perfect.
Just right, the pork belly, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I need to have a go, right?
I think so, you do.
Okay, so Stephen endorsing that pork belly has made me feel quite excited about this, so I'm going to give it a go. And tell you what I think. I'm not going to try and put a huge bit like that in my mouth.
You've had bigger.
Here we go. You're right, it's not fatty at all. I'm trying to think what's in that seasoning as well. I can't put my finger on it, but it's very crunchy on the top and nice and soft and tender underneath, which is exactly how pork belly should be. I'm quite happy with this. I'm going to try the corn in a second as well. One minute. That's nice too. Very rich though. So I think once I'm done with this, I'm done with food all night, for the whole day, because I'm starting to feel full up. Very tasty.
Okay people, that is our night done. We have finished our food in the bar, which I have to say was very pricey. So if you're planning on doing it, make sure that you bring a few pennies because you're going to need it. But I would say the food is delicious.
Yeah, I agree.
You're basically paying for what you get for. As you can see, we're downstairs now. We're out in the courtyard area overlooking Epic Universe behind us, and that is what our day is tomorrow. So do come along for that. It is going to be an epic day from start till finish.
There's nothing like a good pun, right?
There's nothing like a good pun. The park is open from 10 till 10 tomorrow, but as a result, and UAP pass holders, we get early access from 9 o'clock, so we will be queuing up at 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow to make sure we've got a prize position to get on all of the good rides. But putting all of that to one side, today has had its challenges, but it's really ending on a positive note, and our bank balances are
a bit depleted, right?
Yeah, in comparison. But anyway, we are going to leave this vlog here. We hope you've enjoyed what you've seen today, albeit a bit chaotic in places. But you know, sometimes that is just how the day is. But again, if you like what you see, give us a thumbs up, subscribe,
and most importantly, turn on notifications so you know we put new content out.
And also as well, our socials are popping up on the screen for you, so you know, do slide into our DMs, do follow us on TikTok. But for now, we are going back to Stella Nova to get into bed and rest our little heads, and we will catch you in the morning for what is going to be an
epic adventure,
an epic day. Good night, and see you all tomorrow.
Take care, everyone. Okay, a few minutes later, we are literally soaked. That is not a dry part on me anywhere. I can literally wring the water out my shorts.